Hi everyone, I hope that you're having a great day. I must say that greetings here from Baltimore, and here in Baltimore we have had quite a bit of snow over the past couple of weeks, and I teach here at Archbishop Curley High School, and we have had many snow days, many 2-hour delays over the past few weeks. Winter has really come in full swing. I must say that every day that we have a snow day, about the middle of the day while having lunch, I always turn on the TV and get sick and tired of watching them saying that it's snowing out and try to find something else on. And while the daytime TV is quite entertaining, I'm glad that sometimes I'm in school not to have to watch it every day. But just scrolling through the channels, and there's all these soap operas and all of these different shows in which really try to talk about love and talk about relationships. And while some of them may be rather entertaining and have quite the story, sometimes it can really give us not the best message as to what love truly is. And somehow I was asking myself why people every single day in the middle of the day may be hanging on the edge of their seats to watch all of this love gone good and bad happening on TV. I was just thinking about that today as we've had another snow day. I wanted to share with you a quick quote that I read in one of the books by C.S. Lewis. And he talks about love and charity in his book, The Four Loves. And this is what he writes that I was reflecting upon while I was scrolling through the TV today. To love at all is to be vulnerable. Love anything, and your heart will certainly be wrung and possibly be broken. If you want to make sure of keeping it intact, you must give your heart to no one, not even to an animal. Wrap it carefully round with hobbies and little luxuries. Avoid all entanglements. Lock it up safe in the casket or coffin of your selfishness. But in that casket, safe, dark, motionless, airless, it will change. It will not be broken. It will become unbreakable, impenetrable, and irredeemable. And I think that very oftentimes when you hear the movies, hear songs in our culture, again, this fascination with relationships, gone bad, gone good. I think that it really points to a very key and important aspect of how God created each and every one of us. God created each and every one of us to be in relationship, to give our heart, give ourselves up to other people. And when we do that, it is inevitable that sometimes we will be hurt. When we become vulnerable in front of another, they may take advantage of us. That relationship may end. Or in some way, shape, or form, we may be let down by the other. The other may not be who we expected them to be. Or as we get further and further into a relationship and then maybe it has to end, we move away, or something happens, we may be hurt. Just imagine probably some of the most hurtful moments in most of our lives is by those whom we really love. And sometimes we say, why did I ever love? And C.S. Lewis is really saying in this beautiful quote that God made us to love. And even though it may hurt sometimes, even though people that we love may hurt us, even though we may have to say goodbye to some people, love is still worth it. Because that love, and even through that hurt, will make us into the people whom we were called to be, will allow us to become more like God. We look at the cross here. This is love. This is the way that God has taught us to love. To the point that even to the death, that Jesus became one of us. Jesus did so much for us, taught us so much, to his people, spread so much love, became vulnerable, telling his disciples who he was, performing miracles, healing the sick, doing so many things. And look at what happened to him at the end. He was nailed to a tree. And even those whom he loved, his own apostles, his best friend, Peter, denied him. Love hurts. But that didn't keep Jesus from loving. That didn't keep Jesus from being vulnerable and from caring for those whom he loved. Because it is that moment in which we stop loving that our hearts will become hard. Our hearts will become irredeemable. But it's only through selfless love, a vulnerable love, a love that will even die, that we can be redeemed. May this week we truly see this as one of the greatest soap operas of all time, but not that kind of soap opera that's on daytime television, but that love that will truly redeem us. Have a great week.